I guess welcome back for me. I'm welcoming myself back to the vlogs. Life update real quick. I moved. I am in my new apartment. I started school at UCLA. I am studying for my master's in public health with a concentration in epidemiology. Recently, a lot of them, for example, study COVID and how it's, being manifested or seen or spread or distributed or being, anyways. Oh, you have to fight Christian.
Okay.
My new partner.
All right, sounds good. When?
Battle of the partners. Yeah!
No questions asked. Where do we start?
Do you know what a trans fat is?
Like bad fat?
Yes, it's bad, but why is it bad? Have you ever seen on food labels, like a bag of chips and it'll say no trans fat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trans fat is a man-made fat. So you have unsaturated fats and saturated fats. Unsaturated fats are usually in like plant oils, and then saturated is animal, right? So basically they man-made, they did something to the chemical structure, okay? And then they did something chemically to it so that it would become solid in room temperature to mimic butter, because they think that butter is like that, right? But what they did is ended up making something worse than butter and put it in everything, right? And it's cheaper, but it's highly correlated with cardiovascular disease, MI, stroke.
Is that what margarine is?
Yes, like Crisco.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically, they created something that killed us.
Nice. And we have job security.
Anyways, it's cheap, and guess what? It's like in Popeyes, they still sell, they still use it.
Popeyes?
It's in Popeyes, the spicy chicken sandwich. It's also in the cheeseburger in In-N-Out.
Is it in Chick-fil-A?
I have to still check. Let's check.
All right, because I've never eaten Popeyes, so that doesn't really matter to me. But if it was Chick-fil-A, hell no.
Okay, let's check. I'll check for you. This is called health education in real time. Does that have trans fat?
0? Mm-hmm.
Okay, no trans fat.
All right, smart food. Yeah.
Okay, what about this? No trans fat.
Cool.
Okay, Doritos are safe.
I feel like stuff that says buttermilk is gonna have it.
Oh, yeah.
1 gram of saturated fat.
Saturated fat is not trans fat. Didn't I just tell you that?
I learned nothing.
Saturated.
Thick and fluffy, huh? Just like me.
Thick and fluffy.
2 grams of trans fat. Yep. Look at this.
Hot Wheels is canceled. You hear that, everybody? Hot Wheels is canceled.
Yep.
We just gotta check if Chick-fil-A has trans fat, but nothing that we checked so far has trans
Where's
fat.
the margarine?
Oh, yeah, where do we find margarine?
We have a whole butter section. This is alcohol. Count it.
Oh, here we go. Haha. Haha. Look. All right.
We found the culprit. Wow, they're just hiding it.
They are hiding it. Where's Crisco? I know Crisco is definitely the culprit.
Crisco is not in the refrigerator aisle. It should be next to the bacon stuff.
Oh, that's true. It doesn't need to be refrigerated.
Because it's fake.
Oh my God, let's go. This is called investigative journalism.
Yeah, I got something up in here.
And I turn around, I see this. Hella studious. Look at this studious ass food.
On a scale to 1 to 10, how good of a investigative journalist are you?
7.
7? That's pretty high for someone who's never done it before.
Yep.
I give myself a 2, okay, but I will get there.
Wanna watch a movie?
I'm living out my detective dreams, except I took with trans fat and not an actual murder. We found the culprit, I think.
Does it hurt?
I don't know. That's like trans fat 0, lard. Oh yeah, there it is. What they're doing is they're calling it fully hydrogenated palm oil. They're being sneaky. Look at this. And then they're saying use instead of butter or margarine. See, it's saying trans fat is 0, but it's saying polyunsaturated fat and monounsaturated fat. That is basically trans fat. They're being sneaky. Because you know how earlier when we were looking at the other products, they only have saturated and trans fat, but that one had 2 underneath. See, grab that. Grab this one. Do you see that? Yeah, I think they're disguising it. I gave myself a 2 out of 10 for investigative journalism skills. I give myself a 5 now because I think I cracked the code.
We need somebody on the inside who works at Crisco.
What if we get sued by Crisco?
This is yours.
You're not mad about this?
Yes, I'm very upset. I mean,
let's get Chick-fil-A later and check.
I don't have money left.
I'll pay for you. That's okay. I'll buy you.
Thanks.
I'll buy you Chick-fil-A.
Nice, thank you.
Okay.
Can we check if Bang has any?
Bang has 0. I can tell you that right now. That Bang has no trans fat.
All right, cool. It means I live forever.
No, that also kill you, but not because of the trans fat.
How do they only have 2 Bangs in the whole store?
What do you mean? There's
Oh. I meant these 2, but there's more up there.
Dude, I really want one.
You like these?
Yeah. Okay, I'm buying one.
You literally had a conversation by yourself. Should I get these? Okay, I'm buying them.
You've convinced me. There better not be trans fat in these things.
They're good and fun to eat.
No trans fat. Nice. Good.
Don't disrespect the dinos like that.
Okay, sorry. This looks so
Layers?
good.
Oh, wow, they made
Wait.
their own? Awesome.
There's no trans fat? Alright, purchasing. What'd you just do?
I helped this old man with putting his groceries away.
You're such a kind gentleman.
It's all part of being a public servant, okay?
Are you?
I don't know.
We're taste testing these trans fat-free Lay's layers. Oh, they look like little puffs.
Oh, it's kind of like a Funyun and the cones ones you have.
Bugle.
Bugle.
Just good. It is new.
Oh, wow, look. Detective work right here. 7 out of 10.
You didn't even know what trans fat was.
I still don't.
Part 2 of our investigative series on trans fat.
Why did we park on the In-N-Out side?
I don't know. Because we don't support... Oh, actually, In-N-Out has trans fat too. Oh, man. It's okay. I'm still gonna eat it.
Extra for that.
Anyways, I'm eating alone.
What?
Since there is no trans fat in our food, we can enjoy it.
I got a salad.
I mean, this isn't the healthiest meal, but at least there's no trans fat.
Hey, speak for yourself, sister.
What do you mean? Oh, you have a salad. I forgot. Tell the people what you're eating.
0 grams of trans fat.
That's right. So you did learn something today. Good job. I'm very proud of you. I look shiny. Do I look shiny? I look oily, don't I? I look like
A little bit.
I'm producing trans fat out of my face. My face is...
Stupid.
Your face is stupid.
That's what my mom says.
The honey mustard? Fire. What's your favorite Chick-fil-A sauce?
The original.
The Chick-fil-A sauce?
Because I'm basic.
Aren't the grilled nuggets here good? Oh, I should have gotten those.
You know what? I'm feeling a little wild. I'm going to put one more bag in there. It's not a salad no more. It's basically a tostada.
Where's the lettuce anymore? This is a subsection in our investigative journey. Where is the lettuce?
Hey, she gave me 3 bags. I'm not going to waste it, okay?
Is there a trans fat in that? Check that.
0. That means I can
Near the water, and I turn around, I see this. Hella studious. Look at this studious ass food. Damn, this food studious.
eat it all.
One step at a time. We gotta make sure we don't eat trans fat. Then we can move on to like sodium and sugar levels. Honestly, I'm still gonna eat stuff. But I just want to know, you know? Do you like my little science lesson, nutrition lesson for you today?
Loved it.
My little public health lesson?
What was that?
I gotta show the camera my food. It's like what the beauty influencers do. Today I'm eating the fry in the shade beige with Chick-fil-A sauce.
Wow. I got a salad.
So what did you learn today?
Don't eat the fake fat.
The fake fat? What's the fake fat called?
Trans fat.
Okay, what does it increase the risk of?
Heart failure
Yeah, and what?
and heart attacks and strokes.
What did you find today that had trans fat?
Hash
Not burrito,
brown,
hash
egg
brown
bowl.
scramble bowl.
I feel like-
They were definitely just using that as a different term for the trans fat.
Pick it up. Food.
Googled polyunsaturated fat and it says it's a food or fat.
Maybe now they're using different sources of fat.
Maybe. We shall continue the investigation when I'm home. I need to do some research. I need to go look up some articles. Anyways, I told you guys earlier that I have a new partner that's not Nathan anymore. His name's Christian. He'll show up in the vlogs later on, like I said. However, that means Nathan also has a new partner. Who's better, your new partner or me? Huh?
Sorry.
There's only one right answer.
Trans fat.
No. Are you calling me trans fat? Why am I a better partner?
We just had a really good workflow. Like we knew how each other worked.
Our energy levels were unmatched.
Now I feel like I'm the only one on the shift that's cracked out.
Disclaimer, he doesn't mean actually cracked out.
This.
Yeah, he means caffeine. Listen, you can't say that. People are gonna believe that.
Oh, for sure.
What happens if I like Christian more than you? My new partner.
I would hate you forever.
No, you love me.
Not if you like Christian more. What?
Look how stupid you look.
Well, I have to go like this to be able to fit. It's not my fault you're like
Lean
4'2".
I'm actually 6 foot.
Oh, sure. You're tall. You got no torso, all legs, or what?
I'm like this, 2 legs.
Why you throwing up gang signs?
They're not gang signs. This is the torso, this is my legs. This is you.
Why am I round? Have you know I went to the gym today?
Okay.
I burnt 2 calories opening the door and then I walked out because I didn't pay my membership.
I'm literally crying. Wait, I'm literally crying. No one makes me laugh like you do, though. There's not a salad anymore, though. You and Christian are gonna have to fight it out.
Have you seen the size of me compared to Christian?
That's true.
Christian got no chance.
Christian's gonna lose so hard.
I'm gonna blow in his direction. He's gonna fly away.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't food taste better when it's free? I don't know about you, but food tastes better when it's free.
I think all food tastes good. The last like 3 or 4 times that I've gotten food with Nathan, I've paid for his food. I'm his sugar mama.
Yep, equality. That's what we're calling it.
Equality?
Yep.
What do you do for me?
Comedic relief.
So useless. That's a fair trade in my book. Even I don't believe it. I'm just saying it to say. Say bye.
But don't eat trans fat.
So I guess earlier what we saw in the margarine shortening section, that was not trans fat. They were not lying. Not me accusing them. Sorry, I take that back. I take it back. I'm so sorry. So earlier we looked at the Crisco brand. The things that we saw in there did not have trans fat because it was fully hydrogenated palm oil, which we determined is not trans fat. However, if you see that it says all vegetable shortening, where it uses hydrogenated vegetable oils, that's trans fat. So be careful with that one. Or not, you live your life as you please. That's not my issue. I'm just providing you with information. Check your labels, people. Look at your ingredients list and see if there's hydrogenated vegetable oil in there. Okay, something's bothering me though, because those Crisco products say that they have 0 grams of trans fat per serving, okay? But look at this. 0 grams of trans fat per serving with an asterisk. See nutritional information for fat and saturated fat content. There's 3.5 grams of saturated fat, 0 grams of trans fat, 6 grams of polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats. This is suspicious. So does Crisco all vegetable shortening have trans fat or not? It's official. Artificial trans fats are banned in the US. The FDA ruled in 2015 that artificial trans fats were unsafe to eat and gave food makers 3 years to eliminate them from the food supply. The deadline was June 18th, 2018. But there's still trans fat. Why some foods can still have trans fats even though they're banned? Out of all the fats out there, trans fats have been vilified as the worst kind. While about 98% of artificial trans fats have been removed from our food supply, some manufacturers are still working on finding suitable replacements for these unhealthy fats. So it is banned. So I think I kind of figured it out. Okay, here's what I learned. 1, trans fats are banned by the FDA since 2015, and they gave 3 years. That was the deadline for everyone to remove trans fats from their ingredient list. 2, there are 2 types of trans fats. Artificial trans fats, also known as industrial trans fats, and those are the man-made ones. Those are the bad ones that are associated with heart attacks, aka MIs, strokes, and cardiovascular disease. Then you have the natural trans fats, which occur naturally in certain animal products like pork or poultry products. Natural trans fats are inconclusive from what I'm seeing, meaning that they may or may not cause adverse health effects. And if they do, it is nowhere near the adverse health effects that artificial trans fats cause. Okay, 3, what we saw earlier, that Crisco shortening I saw in the store, I guess made shortening now without using trans fats, so I guess they didn't lie. Not me accusing them of lying and being sneaky, because from what I'm seeing, they're using hydrogenated palm oil. And I looked it up. Hydrogenated palm oil does not have trans fats because it's fully hydrogenated. Partially hydrogenated oils is what is trans fat. Fully hydrogenated oils, like hydrogenated palm oil, that's fully hydrogenated, is not a trans fat, and apparently not gonna cause the bad health effects that partially hydrogenated oils are gonna have. If you see in the ingredient list that it says partially hydrogenated oil, that's a trans fat, and they're sneaking that in. And lastly, there is still a lot of trans fat that is being used or is in fast foods. I think it's in the oil that they fry the foods with. But here's my question, and I don't know, honestly, because they don't list the ingredients for fast food places. Is the trans fat that we're seeing in the fast food due to industrial trans fat, or is it natural? That's the pressing question. Are the trans fats that's in the fast food industrial or artificial? Okay, so I actually found another scientific article specifically about palm oil. Remember when we saw that they've been using hydrogenated palm oil? In this study, they concluded that from a nutritional point of view, the hydrogenated palm oil may be a reasonable alternative to trans fatty acids from the partially hydrogenated oil, especially if the whole point is to avoid trans fat. And I found another article that also was talking about hydrogenated palm oil to replace trans fat. It's saying, some of these studies are saying that it's increasing the insulin levels. So you know what? More of the story, just avoid anything that says hydrogenated. Just avoid it. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I am not a scientist. This is not medical advice. This is just the information that I'm learning in class, on my own, through reading articles, I'm actually gonna link all the articles that I read in the description below, so you guys, if you're interested, can read it yourself. I am just simply sharing the information that I'm also learning as a grad student in public health and in EMT, and sharing my journey in learning. Learn to learn. That's what my dad always said. Proud of me, Dad? I'm learning to learn. Hope you guys found this interesting as much as I did. Honestly, learned a lot, so stay tuned. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.